Hello, Transformers fans. This is J.A.R. 369. Welcome back for another, Transformer figure review. Today, I'll be taking a look at the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Soundwave by Hasbro. Now, take a look at the packaging here. So, the packaging wise, it's just the usual Transformers War for Cybertron Siege packaging. You can see the window exposing the figure. It does say Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy, and it's recommended for ages 8+. Hasbro logo, the Transformers logo here is part of the Transformers Generations or something like that. J.A.R. Tomy logo right here. You can see the name right here. On this side here, we got a nice artwork of Soundwave in his cool looking dynamic pose, and it does say Voyager class, because it is a Voyager class. And on the other side here, we got another artwork of the other Transformers battling and all that. On the back here, you got like it shows the picture of the Transformer, Soundwave, and all the accessories, and some other Battle Masters, including Micro Masters, which these cassette players are sold separately, which is kind of a rip-off, I gotta admit. So that's about it for the packaging. Now let's release Soundwave out of the package. Here we got Soundwave in his vehicle mode. Well, out of the package. Well, I saw with the vehicle mode first, so let's take a look at this little vehicle mode here. This little weird looking ship, I believe. I'm pretty sure this is a ship, because I don't know what type of ship this is, to be honest. Now take a look at seeing the ship here. You can see some of like the weathering or damage, like paint scrap there, and like one right there. And you can see like there's like a little window right here, which doesn't have like the person here because it is a Transformer. Yeah, there's like, they don't really come with like people inside to put on the cockpit. On the back here, you can see that little cassette player thing here. You have like the little antenna there. And you can see all his blasters. We're using him as like blasters for the engines. You can see some of the coloring buttons or gas engines. I don't know what they're called. Yeah, there's nothing much I say about this vehicle mode. I don't know what do I explain about this, to be honest. I just don't think, never seen this type of ship before in my life. Oh, you get like the little, I'm guessing those are like one of those like landmarks or whatever. And you get like the little blaster here, which I'm guessing is a little blaster. And like if you look at the bottom here, you can see like his hands and arms right there. Yeah, for the ship mode, it's not too bad. I really wish he's just turned into like the cassette tape, like how he was in the, well, you know, some of you remember him from the cartoon show, but personally I knew him from the Michael Bay live action movies. But he did appear in the Bumblebee movie as a cameo where he's back to his classic look. Yeah, I really think a cassette player might be a good idea instead of, well, you know, this ridiculous looking ship here. So anyway, let's look at lab mode, shall we? Here we got Soundwave in his lamppost mode. Yeah, if you guys know, like from the cartoon, well, I heard from the cartoon where he's like disguised himself as a lamppost for spying on the Autobots or something like that. Like I said earlier, I only watched the Michael Bay films, not the cartoon. Well, I gotta admit, the lamppost mode looks really not too bad at all. They did really, I like how secretly they allow fans of the old school classic Transformers allow you to transform this guy into a lamppost mode. I mean, the lamppost is not too bad, but you can see like some of the parts of the like you see like the little arms, the little hands there as well. And I really like how the lights were basically supposedly be the lights. I mean, it's really interesting. Now let's not take a break and let's transform it into robot mode, shall we? So let's rotate the waist there. Take out the arms. And pull out the hands. Take this one down too. Pull out the other hands. And pull this thing here. Carefully. Pull the head here. There we go. Bingo. And now let's put down the area for the blaster there. And now let's bring out this little shoulder cannon for his blaster, because there's a hole right there. And bingo. And there you go. You got Soundwave in robot mode. Now let's take a look at the head here. The head sculpt, they did really a nice job with the head sculpt. Very well like the old G1 head sculpt and the cartoon. They did really not too bad of a job. And instead of like the well, since this is basically based on the original G1 toy, it does have like the yellow visor instead of the red visor that he looks in the cartoon, or how he looks in the Bumblebee movie, for what I saw him earlier in the beginning of the film. I'm not sure if this is a problem, because mine head is really loose. Well, at least we have super glue, because if your head like feel loose, so you don't have to be worried, because you do have super glue and you move it around until it's hard as like plastic. Now take a look at the whole figure, the body itself. You see that little cassette player thing here, and it has like some scratches all over the window, and you get the little Decepticon logo right there. On the legs here, I really like how they make it look like one of those rewinds and fast forward, and the buttons for the cassette player, even though he does not turn into the cassette player earlier. Take a look at the arms here. Not too much it says about the arms, but you get like some little details on the arms all over, and also you get like a little black effect there on the paint or scratch marks. And which is really interesting, that right here it looks like it's missing a piece, because basically, like if you like fold this hand like this, and maybe like a little flat piece that you close it up, and then you open it, and then take out the hand and close it back again. I mean, yeah, maybe it's like that. I mean, I have no idea why Hasbro didn't add like this little missing piece or something like that, which is kind of strange. Same thing with the other side of the arm here. You get like take a look at the hands. You can see like one hand can hold on a pole, while the other hand has like the little trigger finger hand, or the little hand like you can actually put his that little button there on his body here. Now the only problem about this, that because of the blasters on the back here, it does like hinder like the take up a lot of space on the where his shoulder cannons are. It just really basically makes it look like sometimes want to go up or down, because if you press it like this, it goes like that. So maybe I recommend you just leave this like this, as so you can make it look like a more accurate to the cartoon. If you look on the back here, if you lift up this little, I'm guessing blaster here, you can see there's like a little missing hole piece, something like that. I have no idea why Hasbro didn't add like something else to cover the holes on the back of the arm here. Yeah, if you purchase like the third-party things of the missing pieces that the Siege Soundwave was originally supposed to have, yeah, maybe it's a good idea if you just cover all these stuff, including the one in the back, because this little piece that can actually you can slide out the arms and then turn into a legitimately a cassette player like the one from the old figure. Nothing much on the legs, just more details on the legs as well. And nothing much on the feet as well. Same thing as the vehicle mode. And on the bottom here, there's some peg holes in the bottom theme, which is, I'm guessing these are peg holes. So overall for the figure itself, it's not too bad, but he feels incomplete, for my opinion. I'm not sure. Yeah, I just feel like he feels incomplete, to be honest. Now for articulation, the head has like the little bulge on here, and like I said earlier, it does have like the little my head is loose. Well, his head on mine is very loose. There's some arm rotation that goes in and out. There's some double jointed elbows here. There's no wrist rotation, but this right here does not count as part of the transformation, unless if you want to use this as a articulation here. Waist do rotate. Move out the little fast forward or rewind, all that, because it does have like the little articulation there, because you can move the legs all the way up. Just go kick it forward and back, and in and out. There's the little upper leg rotation, bend at the knees. The ankles do go pivot forward back a little bit, but it has like the ankle pivot side to side. It's just a standard siege articulation, but you can still make great posabilities with this figure. The articulations are not too bad. Well, it's just a standard siege Transformers articulation, but like I said, you can still make posabilities with this figure. Now for accessories, he does come with a few accessories. He does come with the other blaster here, which you can actually pull this thing out and makes it look like the classic blaster from the cartoon. You can either put on each of the hands here, like so. And there you got your normal classic Soundwave with his normal classic blaster. And other accessory, he does come with this little blaster here. Another type of version of a blaster, which has the little hole here. If you get like one of those little package of the figures, some of them might come with like blast effects, and you can actually put this on here. So let's put on like the one with the trigger finger hand, or the cassette player pressing hand, like so. Or since it has like the little hinge movement, like this, but let's bring out the instructions here. Well, I'm not sure the instructions. Well, I forgot how the instruction shows. Like you take out this piece here, and take out this piece there, like so. And you put like this piece here and this piece there, I believe. Or I don't know, I forgot how it goes. Or maybe this piece here, like so. There's like another, like that. It makes it look like a big blaster. Or if you want to put this piece here, and now it looks like a mallet there. Which is, I'm not going to display them like that. I just thought it looks ridiculous. So I'm going to display this like as the normal Soundwave figure that we all know and love from the animated series and the G1 toy line, or the Bumblebee movie. Yeah, having with two blasters here. Now for the gimmick here, like I showed you, there's a button earlier. When you press it, you can see it pops out really like the actual cassette player. Well, to be honest, I don't have like the Laserbeak and the Ravage 2-pack of the cassette players, because these are sold separately, which is kind of a ripoff. I thought, well, basically I already knew this doesn't came with the cassette players, because I really think it would be more better if they just added the cassette player. If you want to spend more money, how much it was originally to be. So overall, I really like this figure, but I just feel like he's incomplete for my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, the sculpt and the details, everything in this figure looks perfect, but there's some missing parts of this figure, like this one area here, like the open hole for his arm here, including one on this each side of the arms as well. Like I said earlier, if you want to buy, like, since like some third party company made those extra pieces are missing in the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Soundwave figure. But the figure itself is not too bad. The articulation is a standard Transformers War for Cybertron articulation, but you can still make great posabilities with the figure. But I just feel like the ship mode is okay, but I really wish we couldn't gotten preferred the cassette player that all of us all know and loved, or some of you know and loved. But I'm very happy to have a Soundwave figure in my collection. Now there is another Soundwave figure, War for Cybertron Siege figure, which is part of the Netflix show animated series, and that one turns into a cassette player, and that version comes with Ravage and Laserbeak, which is cost a lot more money than how much this guy was originally. I bought mine at Ross for $12.99, which is a not bad price. So overall for this figure, I really like. It's really a nice piece for your Transformers collection, but I just feel like this figure is incomplete. So for my rate, I'm gonna give the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Soundwave I'm gonna give him I'm gonna go with an 8.5 out of 10. I mean, I really like the figure, but there's some pieces that are really missing. It's a really not bad figure. Like I said, missing pieces. Highly recommend getting this figure at Ross. So that's about it. Make sure to tune in for new videos daily. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share this video, and comment on this video. Make sure to turn on the bell icon so you'll be notified new videos after you subscribe, so you won't miss any new uploads. And you can be part of the notification squad. Finally, follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both links will be in the description down below. That's all I can say. This is the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Soundwave figure by Hasbro. And this is J.A.R. 369. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.